Hello and welcome to the third of my series of video yoga classes. I hope you've been enjoying these. Again, if you're new to yoga or haven't done any for a while, I recommend you go back through the first two of these before attempting this one, as there are some hints and tips that I've put in those that I may not repeat necessarily during this class. So if you want to lie down on your backs and come into Shavasana, we'll start the class. Okay. So arms down by the sides, palms upwards, feet about hip width apart, falling gently out to the sides, and just gradually draw your awareness inside. Let go of your days, try not to think about what you've been doing earlier or what you'll be doing later. Just relax. Just let yourself sink into your mat here. Now draw your legs together. Draw your right knee into your chest. Flex both feet. Just give that a squeeze. And send that leg away again. Draw the left leg in. Flex both feet, give that left knee a nice tight squeeze, and release. Take your arms out wide at shoulder height, draw your knees into your chest. Breathe in. As you breathe out, let your knees fall gently over to the right hand side, turning your head to the left if you like, and just release into the twist. Just let go now. And come to your breath. So on the in-breath, draw the breath up from the base of the spine up to the crown of the head. And on the out-breath, just use the out-breath to release further into the twist. On an in-breath, draw the knees back up to centre. Out-breath, let them fall gently over to the left, keeping the shoulders firmly on the mat if you can. You can turn your head to the right. Come back to your breath. In-breath, feel the breath travelling up that spiral of your spine. Out breath, just surrender into the twist, just let go now. Let gravity draw you deeper into the twist. On an in-breath, draw the knees back up to centre. Take your hands to your knees, give them a nice tight squeeze, rock a bit from side to side. Come back to centre, take the knees in big circles, nice big circles, massaging into the lower back. And change direction. And back to centre. Send your legs away down the mat. Draw your right knee in again. Flex both feet. Take your left hand to your right knee. You can take your right hand out to the side a little. Breathe in. As you breathe out, draw that right knee across your body to the left, coming into a twist. Again, try and keep your shoulders on the mat if you can. Try and keep the left leg strong. And back to centre, send that leg away, draw the left leg in, nice tight squeeze, right hand to left knee, left hand out to the side, breathe in. As you breathe out, draw that knee across your body to the right. You can turn your head to the left a little if you like, don't compromise your neck. And then draw the knees back into centre, again give them a nice tight squeeze. Take one hand to each knee, send the knees away from each other in opposite directions, making small circles, just opening the hips. And change direction. And back to centre. Lift both legs up towards the ceiling, feet flat towards the ceiling, hands behind your thighs, just gently drawing your legs in towards you. Just very gently at this stage. Try and drop your tailbone down here. And then release your hands down to the mat, palms downwards, flex both feet. Breathe in. As you breathe out, press your belly button down to the mat, lower the right leg. Keep both legs strong. Just don't take the weight to the floor. On the in-breath, lift that right leg back up. Take the whole out-breath to lower the left leg. Just touch the floor. In breath back up. Now do a few more of these in time with your own breath. If it gets too much, just draw your knees into your chest, Remember on the out breath to press the belly button down to the spine, just protect, sorry, to the back, just protecting your spine. Nice, gently, don't overdo it, still warming up. Finish with one to the left. Take your time, there's no hurry, and then draw your knees back into your chest. Take your chin to your chest, your forehead up towards your knees, rock up and down the length of your spine. And when you're ready, just rock up and balance on your sit bones, take your hands behind your thighs, shins parallel to the mat. Now if that's enough for you, just stay there, otherwise you can release your hands, palms facing inwards, you can straighten the legs. Try and stay up on the sit bones, lifting the thighs up towards the chest, chest up towards the thighs, shoulders nice and relaxed, face nice and relaxed, breath nice and steady. And release, bring the soles of your feet together, wrap your hands around your feet. Draw your chest through your arms, lift the sternum, lift the crown of the head. Just breathe into that for a few breaths. Then if you like, you can butterfly the knees. And come back to stillness. Take your index and middle fingers around your big toes. And when you're ready, just find that balance point on your sit bones and see if you can lift your legs up. Don't worry about how far you go, just go as far as you can. Maybe you can just bring an element of straightness into your legs. Keep lifting the sternum, try and stay up on the sit bones. And release, cross the legs, just allow yourself to fold forward. And then walk yourself back up again and come to a comfortable cross-legged position if you can. Okay, so take your hands out either side of you, up on the fingertips. Breathe in, raise the left hand, breathe out, stretch over to the right. Try and keep both buttocks firmly on the mat. You can slide that right hand away if you like. The left arm is going directly over the head. So try and roll the left shoulder back a bit. Try not to come too far forward here. Breathe in, lift it up. Relax the shoulders. Breathe out and over to the left. So feel that stretch all the way down the right side of your body. Keep drawing your sit bones down as you stretch into your fingertips. And lift up. And relax. Now take your right hand behind you, your left hand to your right knee. Breathe in, lift the sternum, lift the crown of your head, breathe out, twist around towards the right. In breath, lift, out breath, move into the twist. Keep the spine nice and upright, keep lifting the sternum, lifting the crown of your head on the in breath. Out breath, just release into the twist if you can. And back to centre, take your left hand behind you, your right hand to your left knee. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, twist around towards the left. In breath, lift, out breath, move into the twist. And back to centre. Now come to a nice wide-legged position. I'll just demonstrate this first before we do it, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take one leg behind us like this, ideally on the top of the foot, but if that's not comfortable, just let your foot fall out to the side. And then take the other foot and place it along the thigh like that, and then we'll be twisting like that, okay? So, it's a barefoot twist. Never pronounced that properly. Okay, so take your left foot behind you, either on the top or out to the side. Take your right foot into your left thigh. Take your right hand behind you, sit nice and upright. Take your left hand to your right thigh. Breathe in, or knee rather. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, twist around towards the right. Try and keep both buttocks close to the ground. Inevitably your left buttock will lift a little here, I think. In breath, lift, out breath, move into the twist. Again, try and keep the spine nice and upright. And release back to centre. Okay, so take both legs out nice and wide again. Take your right foot back behind you. Take your left foot to the right thigh, so same on the other side. Take your left hand behind you. Take your right hand to your left knee. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, twist around towards the left. In breath, lift, out breath, move into the twist. Keep lifting on the in breath, just releasing into the twist on the out breath. And release round back to centre. Okay, so now take hold of a strap, which I should have mentioned earlier. We're going to need a strap today and also a brick. Now for this you don't have to have one of these bricks. You could use a book or an actual house brick or anything that you can just solidly plant on the ground will do, but we'll come back to that later. But for now, just a strap. Sitting Dandasana. Legs strong, feet flexed, hands down by your hips, palms downwards, lifting the sternum, lifting the crown of the head. And then take strap, place it around the balls of the feet. Breathe in, lift the sternum, breathe out, walk your hands down the strap, chest towards your toes. In breath, lift, out breath, walk your hands down the strap, chest towards your toes. You're not folding your head forward here, you're still looking up a little. And then when you've gone as far as you can, release the strap, let your hands fall wherever they are. They don't have to reach for the feet. And now allow your torso to relax. Keep the legs strong. Keep pushing into the heels. In breath, draw the breath up the back of the spine. Out breath, release into the forward fold. Stay with your breath. Make sure you're not holding any tension in your shoulders here. And release. Take your hands a couple of inches behind you, the fingers pointing forwards. On an in-breath, lift the pelvis, flatten the feet along the floor. And release back down. Now take your strap again. Take the strap around the left foot. Take the index and middle finger of your right hand around your right big toe. On an in-breath, draw that leg back like you're drawing the string on a bow. Sit up nice and straight. Keep drawing your sternum forward, lifting the crown of your head. And release. Same on the other side. Take the strap around the right foot. Index and middle fingers around the big toe of the left foot. On an in-breath, lift that leg up. Just draw that leg back like you're drawing the string on a bow. Keep lifting the sternum, lifting the crown of your head. Drawing that foot back. And release. Okay, so come over to a kneeling position now. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Breathe in. As you breathe out, drop the tailbone, chin to chest. In breath, lift the tailbone, drop the chest, lift the head. Out breath, drop the tailbone, lift the chest, chin to chest. Do a few more of these in time with your own breath. Take your time, nice and slowly, just easing into your spine now. And then come back to a neutral spine. Take your right hand out in front of you, take your left foot back with the foot flexed. Bend that left leg at the knee, reach back, take hold of the foot or the ankle. On an in-breath, lift the sternum, press the foot into the hand. And release back down. Take your left hand out in front of you, take your right foot back with the foot flexed. Bend that leg at the knee, reach back, take hold of the foot. In breath, press the foot into the hand, lift the sternum. And release. Now just walk your hands a few inches forwards. And as you drop your sit bones towards your heels, just lower your chest towards the mat. Now, keep the arms strong here, don't let the arms collapse. And just feel that back bend, slight back bend here as you draw your chest down towards the mat. Drawing your sit bones back and down a little. And then walk back up. And step forward with the right foot between the hands. Come up on the right thigh. Breathe in, raise the arms. Breathe out, sink into the hips. And Janyasana. In breath, lift the sternum. Out breath, sink into the hips. And then tuck the back toe, lift the back knee. Breathe in, raise the left arm. Breathe out, cross it over past the right thigh. Bring the hands to prayer position. Breathe in, find length in the spine. Breathe out, twist around towards the right. Keep the back leg strong. In breath, find length. Out breath, move into the twist. Just drawing your hands towards your chest towards your hands. And release back down. Drop the back knee, untuck the back foot, rock back on the right heel. Just a gentle stretch at the back of the leg. Rock it forwards, bring your hands to the mat, come back to kneeling. Step forward with the left foot between the hands. Come up on the left thigh. Breathe in, raise the arms. Breathe out, sink into the hips. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee. Breathe in, raise the right arm. Breathe out, cross it over past the left thigh. Hands to prayer position. In breath, find length in the spine. Out breath, twist around towards the left. And release. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toe, take that left leg back, come back to kneeling, and then take the knees a little wider, take your big toes towards each other, and come down into a child's pose. So hands down by the feet, forehead to the mat, and just release into the child's pose now. Just take this few seconds to let your breath come back to normal. Stay with your breath, try not to let your mind wander. And gently lift yourself up and come back to kneeling. Tuck the toes and lift up to a downward facing dog. So lifting the pelvis, chest moving towards your thighs, thighs moving behind you, heels moving back and down, fingers spread nice and wide. Press into the base of the thumb, the base of your index finger to lift out of your wrists. Just check you're not holding any tension in your head and neck by nodding your head gently. And then come back to the downward facing dog. Slowly and gently walk your feet up towards your hands and hang in a forward fold. Take your hands behind your calves. On an in-breath, lift up. Out-breath, just gently draw yourself back down into the forward fold. Keep lifting the pelvis. Release your hands. And draw your feet towards each other, together, legs together. Bring a bend to the knee, take your arms back behind you. On an in-breath, swing forwards and up into Utkatasana. Keep a nice upright spine here, so tuck the tailbone under. Breathe in, raise the left arm. Breathe out, cross it over past the right thigh. Hands to prayer position. In-breath, find length. Out-breath, twist around towards the right. Stay with your breath. Use the breath to move further into the position, just very gently in little increments. And release back down to the forward fold. Hands back behind you, swing them forwards and up, back into Utkatasana. Breathe in, raise the right arm. Breathe out, cross it over past the left thigh. In breath, find length. Out breath, move into the twist. Stay with your breath. And release down to the forward fold again. And then very slowly and gently uncurl up to Tadasana. So big toes moving towards each other, outsides of the feet parallel, sternum lifting, arms hanging loosely, hands to prayer position. Step back with your left foot. Draw your big toes in towards each other a little so the outsides of your feet are parallel, and then take your hands to your hip creases. Breathe in, lift the sternum, breathe out, hinge at the hip. Just come down to a flat back at first, drop your hands underneath your shoulders. Breathe in, as you breathe out, fold forward. Turn your hands around to face between your legs, so fingers face between your legs, and then just walk them back a little. And then bring them back to the front. Take your right hand to the small of your back, take your left hand to somewhere on your right leg, the calf, the knee, the thigh, shin, the knee, the thigh. In breath, find length, out breath, twist around towards the right. Each in breath, find length, each out breath, move into the twist. And release back down. Take your left hand to the small of your back, take your right hand to your left leg. Breathe in, find length in the spine, breathe out, twist around towards the left. Stay with your breath. Use the breath to move into the twist. And release your hands back down. Take your hands to your hip creases. On an in-breath, lift up with a flat back. And step forwards. Step back with the right foot. Now bring your feet parallel with each other, so both sets of toes are pointing forwards, not the big toes thing again. Take your hands behind you, interlock the fingers. Breathe in, lift the sternum, breathe out, forwards and then down with the chest, lifting the arms. Parsvattanasana. In breath, find length. Out breath, just allow yourself to release a little further forward into the forward stretch. In breath, lift it up, release the hands, step forwards. Step back with the left foot. Again, bring your feet parallel with each other like they're on train tracks. Toes pointing forwards. Hands behind you, interlock the fingers. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, fold forward, raise the hands. In breath, find length. Out breath, release. In breath, length. Out breath, release. On an in breath, lift up and step forwards. Come back to Tadasana. So we're now going to go around Surya Namaskar, first Virabhadrasana 2 and then Trikonasana. So I'll just show you those. We're going to need the block. So if you have got a block or a brick or a, I don't know, a big book, something, just place it just in front of your mat. I haven't quite got room here. Just move the mat back a bit. Okay. Hands to the prayer position. Breathe in and up. Look up at the thumbs, pelvis forwards. Breathe out and leading with the chest, swallow, dive down. Breathe in, lift up to a flat back. Breathe out, hands flat to the mat. Bend your knees if you need to. Breathe in, step back with the right. Hold back with the left. Nice strong plank. Fingers spread nice and wide. Nice straight line between the top of your head and your heels. Breathe out, knees down, rock the hips back. Elbows in, chest and chin to the mat. Breathe in, slide forward into Bhujangasana, the cobra. Elbows tucked into the sides. Breathe in, swing back to downward facing dog. Just establish a downward facing dog here. Fingers spread nice and wide. Thighs moving towards the back of the room. Chest moving towards your thighs. Breathe in, step forward with the right foot between the hands. So use your hands to move it a little further forwards if you need to. And then ground the back foot at a 35 to 45 degree angle. Take your left hand out in front of you. Swing it down and then back and up into Virabhadrasana 2. So your hips are facing the long edge of your mat. Your right hand is reaching forward. Your left hand is reaching back. Keep the shoulders nice and open. Make sure you've got a nice bend in the front knee, but it's not overshooting the ankle or wobbling out to the sides. Nice open shoulders here. Sink into the hips. Press into the back edge of the back foot. And then straighten the front leg. Breathe in. As you breathe out, hips back, shoulders forwards. In breath, lift a little. Out breath, hips back, shoulders forwards. And then when you've gone as far as you can, just pivot. There's no need to reach for the ground with that right hand. Keep rolling the top hip back, rolling the top shoulder back. If you like, you can look up at the top thumb, but don't hurt your neck. and then soften the front knee. Look down at your right foot. Gradually bring the weight into the right foot and take your right hand to your block. And then very slowly and gently just lift the back leg and open your body to the left hand side. So keep lifting the back leg, flex that back foot, really helps with balance. Reach into the top hand. Ardha Chandrasana. And drop back to Virabhadrasana 2. Cartwheel the arms round either side of the front foot. Breathe in, as you breathe out, step forward, forward fold. While you're here, just swap the brick over to the other side. Breathe in, come all the way up, and out, hands to chest. And we'll go straight to the other side. Breathe in and up, look up at the thumbs, pelvis forwards. Breathe out and swallow dive down, leading with the chest. In breath, lift up to a flat back. Out breath, hands flat to the mat, bend your knees if you need to. Breathe in, step back with the left, hold back with the right, strong plank. Breathe out, knees down, rock the hips back a little, chest and chin to the mat, elbows tucked into the sides. Breathe in, slide forward into Bhujangasana. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward with the left foot between the hands and pause. Ground the back foot, 35 to 45 degree angle. Take the right hand out in front of you, swing it down and back and lift up into Virabhadrasana 2. Again, establish the position. Hips facing the long edge of your mat. Press into the back edge of the back foot. Reach into the hands, sink into the hips. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Straighten the front knee. Breathe in, as you breathe out, hips back, shoulders forwards. In breath, lift a little, out breath, hips back, shoulders forwards. Try that, and when you've gone as far as you can, raise the right arm, drop the left, just pivot into Trikonasana, the triangle. Roll the top hip back, roll the top shoulder back. So you're nice and two-dimensional. You want to be as though you're flat against a wall here. Reach into the top hand. Strong legs. And then soften the front knee. Look down at the front foot. Bring the weight into that left foot. Reach for your brick with your left hand. Nice and gently raise the back leg and open your body to the right. Reach into the top hand. Lift the back foot. Flex the foot. Press into the heel. Nice strong pose. And release. Drop back to Virabhadrasana 2. Cartwheel the arms round either side of the front foot. Breathe in, as you breathe out, step forward, forward fold. Breathe in, come all the way up, and out, hands to chest. Just close the eyes here, take a few breaths, let your heart rate come down, let your breath come back to normal, but stay with your breath. Try not to let your mind wander. Okay, so we're going to do balance, Natarajasana, the dancer. So bring the weight into your left foot. Feel as though that foot is rooting into the ground. Absolutely glued to the ground. And then gradually lift the weight out of your right side. And then take your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Raise your left hand. If you like, you can take Chin Mudra with the left hand. And then on an in-breath, press that foot into the hand, lift the sternum. Keep drawing that right knee in towards the left thigh. Raise your head a little, find a drishti. Find a still unmoving point to focus on. And then focus, keep your breath nice and steady. And release. So now bring the weight into your right foot. And you feel that glued to the ground again, solid foundation. Lift the left leg gently. And then take that left foot in your left hand, the inside of the left foot. Make sure you've got your knee and thigh moving towards the other leg. Raise the right arm, chin mudra if you like. On an in-breath, lift the sternum, press the foot into the hand. Find your drishti. And release. Excuse me, I seem to blow my nose. Okay, so come to Tadasana, somewhere in the middle of your mat. Hands to prayer position. Breathe in, lift up on your tiptoes. Breathe out, take the whole out breath to lower down. Breathe in, whole in breath to lift up. Breathe out, whole out breath to lower down. Take your feet slightly wider than hip width. Breathe in, lift right up on your tiptoes. Breathe out, and then coming down with your spine nice and upright. Come down into Malasana. So knees outside your arms here. Hands moving towards your chest. Sternum lifting, crown of the head lifting. And release. So, come to a wide-legged position, take your strap. Draw your right foot into your left thigh. Take the strap around the left foot. Hold the strap in the left hand. Sit facing forwards. Breathe in, lift the crown of the head, lift the sternum. Breathe out, turn to face over the outstretched leg. Take the strap in both hands. Make sure both buttocks are firmly on the mat here. Breathe in, lift the sternum, breathe out, chest towards your toes, walk your hands down the strap. Check your buttocks again. In breath, lift, out breath, chest towards your toes. And when you've gone as far as you can, just release the strap for now and fold down. Shoulders level, hips level, left leg strong, foot flex, press into the heel. And then take the strap in the left hand again, both sides of the strap in the left hand. Take that left elbow to the inside of the left knee. Take your right hand up behind you and then over your shoulder, over the top of your head, down towards your toes. Don't worry about how far down you go. Keep rolling that top shoulder back. Roll the top shoulder back. Keep the left leg strong. On an in-breath, lift that right hand up and over behind you. Raise your left hand and lift your pelvis. And lower it back down again. Take the right foot out to the side, your left foot into your right thigh. Strap around the right foot, strap in the right hand. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, turn to face over the outstretched leg. Take the strap in both hands. In-breath, lift. Out breath, chest towards your toes, walk your hands down the strap, both buttocks firmly on the mat. In breath, lift, out breath, chest towards your toes. When you've gone as far as you can, release down into Janu Sirsasana. Shoulders level, both buttocks on the mat. And then take the strap in the right hand, both sides of the strap in the right hand. Take your right elbow to the inside of your right leg. Take your right arm behind you and then take it over the top of you, down towards your toes. Rolling that left shoulder back as you do so, keeping both buttocks on the mat as you do so. Move that sit bone down, really pull the sit bone down, try and stop it lifting. In breath, lift that left arm up and over, raise the right arm and lift the pelvis. And release back down. Okay, so come to Dandasana, staff pose now. Feet flexed, hands down by your hips, sternum lifting, crown of the head lifting. Draw the left foot in towards you, cross it over, the right foot in towards you, cross it over past the left thigh. Swing that left leg back if you like, or just keep it there if that's enough for you. Both buttocks to the mat, right hand behind you, hug this knee in towards you. Breathe in, raise the left arm, breathe out, cross it over past the right thigh. In breath, lift, Out breath, twist around towards the right. Nice upright spine. In breath, lift. Out breath, move into the twist. And release back round. Gentle counter stretch around to the left. And then back to Dandasana. Lift the sternum, lift the crown of the head, flex both feet. Draw the left leg in towards you, cross it over past the right thigh. Either leave the right leg where it is, that's perfectly alright, or if you like you can swing it back round behind. Hug this left knee in towards you. Take your left hand behind you, sit nice and upright. Breathe in, raise the right arm, breathe out, cross it over past the left thigh. In breath, lift, out breath, twist around towards the left. In breath, lift, out breath, move into the twist. Stay with your breath. On that in breath, feel that spiral of your spine as you draw the air up towards the crown of your head. Out breath, just gently see if you can move into the twist. And release back round, gentle counter stretch the other side. And then back to Dandasana. Come to the front of your mat. Breathe in, raise the arms. Breathe out, gently lower yourself back down to the mat. We're not quite coming into Shavasana yet. And then draw your knees into your chest, give them a nice tight squeeze. Rock a bit from side to side. Take the arms out wide at shoulder height. Breathe in. As you breathe out, let your knees fall gently over to the right, keeping your shoulders firmly on the mat. You can take your right hand to your left thigh, add a bit of weight to the twist. You can turn your head to the left. In breath, draw the breath up from the base of the spine up to the crown of the head. Out breath, let go into the twist. Release the hand from the top of the knee. In breath, draw the knees back up to centre. Out breath, let them fall gently over to the left. Shoulders firmly on the mat. Left hand to the right thigh. If you like, you can turn your head to the right. In breath, draw the breath up the spiral of your spine. Out breath, surrender into the twist. Just let gravity draw you down. Stay with your breath. Release the hand from the top of the knee. On an in-breath, draw your knees back to centre. Take both hands to your knees and take your knees in big, big circles. Just last little massage from the back here. And change direction. And back to centre. And then just send your feet away and come to Shavasana. So arms down by your sides, palms upwards, feet falling gently out to the sides. And just release, just let go. Try and stay with the breath, don't let your mind wander now. Just let go. Close your eyes, gently seal your lips, and breathe through your nose. Feel your in-breath swell your abdomen. Focus on your breath, but try not to control it. Instead, just watch it with your mind's eye, or just listen to it. As you inhale, feel your abdomen rise, and imagine your breath saying the word let. As you exhale, feel your abdomen drop, and imagine your breath saying go. Let go. Don't strain or force your breath. Simply imagine letting go of a little accumulated worry with each exhalation. Now bring your awareness to your toes. Feel tension here release as a wave of relaxation begins to move up your body. Loosen each part of your legs in turn. First your feet, then your ankles, your calves, your knees and thighs. Let the wave of relaxation reach your hips, relaxing your abdomen and buttocks, and allow it to slowly move up your back. Feel your tension melting away into the ground, and let go of your worries. Feel your chest releasing anxiety, and allow your breathing to become gentle. Relax your fingers, hands and wrists, and feel the wave of relaxation move up your arms to your shoulders and neck. Let go of any gripping. There's no need to hold on to anything. Let the relaxation reach your head and soften any hard expressions. Feel your tongue and throat release. Relax your lips, chin, cheeks, eyes, eyebrows, forehead and scalp. Instruct your brain to unwind. Continue to breathe gently, listening to the sound of your in and out breaths, repeating the words, let go, let go. Sana Bhavatu, Sana Bhunaktu, Savirin Karavavahai, Tejasve Navaditamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Allow your breath to deepen, small movements to come to your fingers and your toes, your wrists, your ankles, your arms and your legs. Take your arms back behind you along the floor, have a good long stretch from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes. And then draw your knees into your chest, give them a nice tight squeeze, rock a bit from side to side. And then roll over onto your right hand side, staying curled up, your eyes closed, just for a couple of breaths. And use your hands and your arms to come up to a comfortable seated position, keeping your eyes closed if you can. Going to chant 3 Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You can join in if you like, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Breathe in for Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you everyone. Hope you're all keeping well and safe. Look after yourselves and I'll see you next time. Thank you.